E3 2021 is right around the corner, which means there are millions of gamers around the world anticipating brand new, exciting announcements from their favourite developers, updates on the games that they can't wait to get their hands on, and just generally excited for some gaming news because we've been relatively deprived since COVID. I mean, obviously we've had new console launches, but game releases and just game announcements in general have been slower for obvious reasons. So E3 2021, very exciting time. Obviously it's digital this year. Last year there was no E3, partly because of the pandemic and partly because it seemed to be going that way anyway. Developers were dropping out here, left, right and centre. This year they are back and they're doing it digitally. Hopefully it's going to be a great show. Today what I wanted to talk about is what to expect from E3, and now this is not going to include anything from Xbox's side, Nintendo's side or PlayStation's side. They will be done in separate videos because those publishers are massive and deserve a video each. So this is for like the other companies, everything else we can expect, top 5 things to expect, and I'm pretty sure all of these things are going to happen. Before we get into it, I would like to welcome you to the Part-Time Gamers YouTube channel. If you do enjoy this video, please do leave it a like, it helps that a lot. If you want to see more videos like this one, then please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to know when our videos go live. We also do live streams. I'm currently doing a Resident Evil Village live stream Let's Play, so if you're into that, then please do click the notification bell. And obviously let me know in the comments below what you think of my 5 expectations for E3. What do you expect? Is there anything that I've missed out, or is there something that I've said that you completely disagree on? Let me know in the comments. And maybe even come back to this video after E3 to see if I was right, see if I was wrong. Anyway, welcome to the Part-Time Gamer channel. Let's go ahead into this video. Okay, the first thing that I expect to see at E3 2021, or like beforehand, because technically this is from EA. Oh, it's not EA. Scratch that. Something I expect to see from E3 2021 is a new Star Wars game. And the reason I said about it not being EA is because recently Lucas Games have come out and said that they're not only partnering with EA Games anymore, EA Sports, whatever, EA Games. They are now going to branch out and go to multiple different developers. So I'm expecting to see at least one new Star Wars game, but probably 2, because I do think EA are going to reveal the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. It came out 2019, so I'm not expecting it to be a 2021 release, but I could see it being a late 2022 release, and I could see them announcing that they're going to be showing that they are making Jedi Fallen Order 2. Will we see gameplay? Probably, because it's going to feature like similarly to the original game, but it's more likely just going to be a trailer, some sort of like tease to say basically to all the fans of Jedi Fallen Order, number 2 is on the way. Highly expect that to happen, but what I'm more expecting is that there will be another brand new Star Wars game. So not Battlefront, not Jedi Fallen Order 2, a new Star Wars game. Now we know that the developers behind the Division series are working on a Star Wars game. It could be that one. We could see that one revealed or announced, but I'm kind of expecting it to be a completely different one that's more ready. I imagine the Division game, the Star Wars Division game, is a little bit further away. So I'm kind of expecting another announcement from a Star Wars game. I think Star Wars games are going to come back really strong in these next few years. There's rumours that the Coalition are doing one. They shot those rumours down, but maybe they just had to. Yeah, there's lots of rumours out there for who's making these Star Wars games. Could there be an exclusive? Could there be an exclusive to, I don't know, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo? I doubt it. I think Star Wars are going to want to maximise their sales. But yeah, I am fully expecting a Star Wars game, if not 2 with the Jedi Fallen Order 2 to be announced at E3. But none with any release dates. May not even be gameplay, unless this secret one that I'm expecting to be there is closer than I think. But I imagine the next Star Wars game's not coming to at least next like Christmas time. So it's more likely to be just a teaser. But you never know. You never know. We could see gameplay, and we could even get a release window. Who knows? The second thing I expect to see at E3, this time we're going to go to Ubisoft and their recent announcement that they are not only focusing on AAA games anymore, like the likes of Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and I'm forgetting a massive one, aren't I? What's the other massive series they have? I can't remember what it's of. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Far Cry, there we go. Well, we know Far Cry is coming this year. We had Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion last year, but they have said that they are going to start focusing on free-to-play games. Now, that's a big move from Ubisoft. Obviously, the AAA games will still come. They're not just going to ditch those games, but free-to-play is coming from Ubisoft. And it's going to be very interesting to see what that is like. And I think we're going to see E3. They've already announced Division Heartland coming as a free-to-play game. I am fully expecting to see something from that at E3. What is it? What is this free-to-play model going to look like for Ubisoft? Is it going to be... Oh, it's obviously going to have microtransactions, but is it going to be limiting the gameplay, or is it going to be all cosmetic? Is it going to be basically the Division but in a different place and free-to-play? And you just you have to buy certain things. I don't know. As long as their free-to-play model is kind of acceptable from the fans, then they're going to be absolutely fine, and they will probably make a fortune. But if they go down the wrong route and say, remember the negative press that Star Wars Battlefront 2 got with their loot box system, if they hit that kind of level, then they're going to be in trouble, because these free-to-play games people will quickly just not play them or purposely not buy things. So they need to be careful. I'm sure they've been thinking about this a long time, so I'm sure they've got it all under control. But I do believe we will see a Division Heartland reveal and get an idea of what this Ubisoft free-to-play model might look like. A little small expectation I want to chuck in there is this is more a potential, and this is definitely a hope of mine. I think the Ubisoft free-to-play model could bring back Splinter Cell. I think Ubisoft are desperate to bring back Splinter Cell, and they know the fans are desperate for it, and I think Ubisoft want to. They just haven't found the right kind of moment to bring it back and the best way to bring it back. If you look at all the Ubisoft games right now, you've got like I said, the Far Cry's, the Watch Dogs, the Assassin's Creed, they're all massive open world games. The Division, massive open world, I think that's a looter shooter, but it's all massive and open world. I know Splinter Cell would not really work in those ways, but could Splinter Cell fit this new free-to-play model that Ubisoft are working on? I think it could. Obviously, I don't know what this free-to-play model is, but they obviously could move away from this massive open world game into something much more smaller and condensed. I think Splinter Cell could be the game to fit into that model, and we could finally get Splinter Cell back. It's one that I really want. Not expecting this one, but it would not surprise me if Splinter Cell came back in this free-to-play format. Okay, next, this one is a bit of a cheat because it's definitely happening. It's been announced, and since I planned this video, it's been announced, but I'm still going to include it anyway. Battlefield. EA are going to be revealing Battlefield on June the 9th, which is slightly before E3, so again, this is kind of cheating. But yeah, June the 9th is a big Battlefield reveal. Everyone on social media and everything is saying Battlefield 6, but they've never actually specifically said Battlefield 6. This could easily be a Battlefield Bad Company sequel, or I don't know, they could go futuristic. I doubt it with Battlefield, but you know, there's a big Battlefield announcement coming. Everyone is super excited for it. Even I'm super excited for it. I'm not a massive Battlefield fan, personally. I loved number 3, to be fair. I played a fair bit of number 4, and that's about it. And Bad Company 2 back in the day. No, I don't really play it much. But I must admit, since Battlefield 5 was released free to PlayStation Plus recently, I've been playing a bit of that, and I've had a lot of fun on it. So I'm excited for this Battlefield announcement. There should be on our channel a Battlefield 6 announcement, or Battlefield whatever announcement, reveal reactions on our channel, so look out for that. But anyway, back to this. This isn't, it's an expectation, but it's also definitely happening. Battlefield will be announced. If I had to say which game it's going to be, I do think it's going to be a Bad Company sequel. I could very well be wrong, but I expect it to be a Battlefield Bad Company sequel. And I expect it to have a release date. We're going to see gameplay, we're going to see a release date. I think the gameplay will be 128 players, which is going to be massive. Obviously not all game modes, like Team Deathmatch will be much smaller, but there's going to be like a massive scale, their typical Conquest game mode for 128 players, massive maps. I'm expecting them to show us what the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, what that can do for the game. And it's going to be interesting to see, because they've said, I believe they've said it's coming out on PS4 and Xbox One as well. What are the differences? Can only PS5 play the 128 player modes, and the PS4 will be stuck to the smaller modes. It's going to be interesting to find out more about that. But yeah, Battlefield Bad Company 3 is my prediction and my expectation for this Battlefield event. Number 4, and moving back to Ubisoft, I am expecting to see Rainbow Six Quarantine. Now, this was revealed or announced, I believe, in 2019. I believe that was E3 as well. And it's been pretty quiet since. What we have heard, if I can't remember if it was early this year or late last year, is that they are going to change the name. Because of the name being Quarantine, with everything that's going on in COVID, they don't feel comfortable keeping that as a name. So I think we're going to see Rainbow Six Quarantine in E3 this year. But I do think we're going to see it under a different name. And I must mention, Ubisoft, I can't remember off the top of my head if they're actually at E3, but I'm talking about like this kind of E3 kind of season, you know, like it goes over months. And I think Ubisoft are hosting their own Uplay event, Ubisoft Forward event. But yeah, anyway, back to what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're going to see Rainbow Six Quarantine, and it's going to be a new name reveal. So we'll see like a trailer, and at the end of the trailer it'll be the new name. And I'm excited about this one. It looks really cool. I can imagine it being kind of like a co-op game, almost I guess similar in Left 4 Dead style. I don't think it'd be quite like that. But yeah, that I'm fully expecting Rainbow Six Quarantine to make an appearance, and it's been announced a while ago. I still don't think it's coming this year. I think it could be like an April 2022 game. I do think we'll get a release window when it's shown. So yeah, I'm fully expecting Rainbow Six Quarantine, or whatever the new name is, to be at E3 or Ubisoft's Forward event this year. And I'm expecting a release window and maybe some gameplay, but definitely a new name. Okay, the 5th and final entry on this list is one that I am probably the most certain about. And that is, it's from Capcom, and I believe Capcom are going to reveal and announce finally the Resident Evil 4 remaster remake. Now, obviously, in the last few years, I think 2019 and 2020, we got the Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3 remake. Resident Evil 4 is next. It's definitely going to happen. It's one of the most beloved Resident Evil games in the whole Resident Evil series. Personal point, I've never played it, so I'm hoping it does get redone, because I have recently become a massive fan of Resident Evil, following on from Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I've then played Resident Evil 2 remake and other games, so I'm a massive fan of Resident Evil now, and looking forward to this remake because I want to play number 4 because I've heard such good things. So this isn't just a hope, by the way. I am fully expecting this to happen. Resident Evil, they've been pumping those games out like almost yearly at this rate. I think the only year they had a break was 2018, unless there's one I forgot that came out that year. So Biohazard came out in 17, I believe. I'm pretty sure I came out in 2017. If not 18, then no, I am 99% sure it came out in 2017. Then you've got Resident Evil remake, 2 remake, 3 remake, and then Village this year. And I think Resident Evil 4 remake is going to come out next year. I think it's going to be shown. They're going to show off the crazy new graphics with a new re-engine, and they're going to announce at the end a release window. I'm not expecting a specific date, even if it's just like 2022. I'm expecting that. And I'm expecting everyone to have a massively positive reaction to it because, as I said, it's a beloved game in the series, and I think everyone is super excited for it. Even me, and I've never played the game, so that's my final prediction. Well, not prediction, expectation for E3 2021. And obviously, E3 is not the same as it used to be, so all of these predictions are kind of like not for those specific 3 days of E3. It's more for this kind of E3 season which we're in now, whether it be EA Play event, which I think happens like a couple of days before E3, the Ubisoft event, which probably happened just after. Just this kind of the next event from each of these developers, if they're not at E3. I believe this is what we're going to see. So yeah, they are my 5 expectations. Let me know in the comments what you think we will see at E3 2021. What do you think about my predictions? Are they wrong? I believe they're correct, but what do you think? If you did enjoy this video, please do leave it a like. It helps out so much, and subscribe if you want to see more. As I said, there's going to be a separate video for PlayStation and Xbox coming, so look out for those. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy E3 season, and I'll see you next time.